प्यारे बच्चों, आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे राउट्स लॉ फॉर नॉन वोलेटाइल कंपाउंड्स. If we are having a solute like glucose, like sucrose, like sulfur, there are so many compounds like urea which are when dissolved in a solution, and these compounds are non volatile, and these compounds also non electrolytic. So when some compounds is like sodium chloride also, and we can take here non-volatile. So when a solution of non-volatile component is there, then what happen? We know that when solute is dissolved in solvents, when solute is dissolved in solvent, we are having this solvent, and when we dissolve a solute, then what happen? It will become a solution. It is a solvent. It is solvent. When solute will dissolve in a solvent, then it will become a solution. You know, if P node is the vapor pressure of solvent, then what happen? When solute will dissolve, then you know that vapor pressure decrease. So let Ps is the vapor pressure, or you can write it P0 is the vapor pressure of solvent, and Ps is the vapor pressure of solution. Is the vapor pressure of solution. Then remember, this P0 is greater than Ps. That means we are getting to know here, when solute dissolve in a solvent, the vapor pressure of resulting solution decrease. Why decrease? Because in pure solvent form, we are having maximum molecules, maximum particles of solvent which can vaporize. So vaporize means maximum particles are in vapor form, so pressure will be maximum. When solute will dissolve, then some of the solvent particle will make bond with solute. Now free solvent particle are comparatively less, so vapor pressure will decrease. So vapor pressure of pure solvent is greater than vapor pressure of solution. This decrease in vapor pressure is known as delta P. This is known as lowering in vapor pressure. Lowering in vapor pressure or decrease in vapor pressure. Okay, remember, this is the absolute truth. Remember, when a solid dissolve in a solvent, the vapor pressure of solution always decrease, and this decrease in vapor pressure relative to original pressure, actual pressure of solvent, this is known as relative lowering in vapor pressure. Decrease in vapor pressure divided by actual pressure of solvent is known as relative lowering in vapor pressure. And this relative lowering in vapor pressure will depend on the amount of solute. Greater the amount of solute, greater will be decrease in vapor pressure. So it has been observed that this relative lowering in vapor pressure is equal to mole fraction of solute. This is Raoult's law. Relative lowering in vapor pressure, this is equal to mole fraction of solute. This is Raoult's law for non-volatile component. So what is a Raoult's law for non-volatile component? This is lowering in vapor pressure relative to actual pressure. So relative lowering in vapor pressure is equal to mole fraction of the solute. So what is the formula of mole fraction here? We can write. So look here, student, this is relative lowering in vapor pressure, and it is equal to mole fraction of solute. Small x is the mole fraction of solute, and this mole fraction of solute is equal to small n divided by small n plus capital N. A small n is the number of mole of solute, and capital N is the number of mole of solvent. Why small n is taken? Because solute is present in small extent. solute is present in small amount. So if we are having for a very dilute solution, very dilute solution means solute is present in very small amount. So X is small n is 2 less than capital N. Number of mole of solute are very small in comparison to capital N. So n plus n is approximately equal to n. A student, suppose we are having 0.1 mole of solute, 0.1 mole of solute and 0.9 mole of solvent. Then we can ignore the number of mole of solute. So 0.1 mole or 0.2 mole and 99 mole of solvent, like that. So we can ignore. So here this delta P upon P0 is equal to n upon n plus n, that is n upon n, and we can write here delta P upon P0 is equal to n upon n, and n is what? Amount of solute, that is small w by molar mass into capital W divided by molar mass of solvent. If solvent is water, then it is 18. So from here, from this formula, we can calculate that if we know relative lowering in vapor pressure, amount of solute, amount of solvent, then we can find out the molar mass of the given compound. By this method, experimentally, we can find out molar mass of the solute. That means we are getting from here, it is equal to amount of solute, molar mass of solute into amount of solvent into 18 for water. So if you dissolve 5 gram of glucose, 5 gram of glucose in 100 gram of water, then you know what is the vapor pressure of pure water? It is known. Water will be boiled. We can find out its vapor pressure. When 5 gram glucose will dissolve, then we will calculate vapor pressure of solution. Then we can find out this value. 5 gram you have taken, 100 gram you have taken. So you can find out the molar mass. Look here, student. This relative lowering in vapor pressure is depending on the number of mole of solute. This relative lowering in vapor pressure depend on number of mole of solute or depend on amount of solute. So a property of solution which depend on number of mole of solute. A property, this is a property of solution. This is a property. What is this? Relative lowering in vapor pressure. It depend on number of mole of solute or number of amount of solute. So a property of solution which depend on number of mole of solute or amount of solute is known as colligative property. So this relative lowering in vapor pressure is relative lowering in vapor pressure of solution is a colligative property. Why? How will you show that it is a colligative property? Because in Raoult's law, you can so if you will be asked one question, so that relative lowering in vapor pressure is a colligative property, then you can write this equal to this, and you can write that this relative lowering in vapor pressure depending on number of mole of solute, hence it is a colligative property. And numerical may be asked, vapor pressure of pure solvent may be given, vapor pressure of solution may be given, amount of solute may be given, amount of solvent may be given, then find the molar mass. So in such a way question will be asked. So again this formula, this relative lowering in vapor pressure formula is used to find out the molar mass of the compound. बच्चों ग्लूकोज फ्रुक्टोज ये इनका फॉर्मूला, इनका कैसे पता लगा कि इनका मॉलिक्यूलर मास कितना होता है? तो एक्सपेरिमेंटली ऐसे मालूम हुआ। पहले हमने प्योर वाटर का वेपर प्रेशर निकाल दिया, कितना है, सपोज ये 1.5, फिर सोल्यूशन का निकाल दिया, सपोज 1.2, लोअरिंग आ गई 0.3, उसके बाद कितने ग्राम आपने वो कंपाउंड लिया, 5 ग्राम, कितने ग्राम सॉल्वेंट में लिया, 100 ग्राम में। तो ये सारी वैल्यू पुट करके हम सिंपली मोलर मास निकाल सकते हैं। नाउ लेट अस डिस्कस कोलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ ए सॉल्यूशन। So colligative property of a solution, again I want to discuss this topic. Colligative property of a solution are those properties which value depend on number of mole or amount of solute dissolved in solution. Suppose you are taking 5 mole of glucose. So if any property depend on number of mole of glucose, then that property is colligative property. So how many colligative properties are here? One is relative lowering in vapor pressure. Second, osmotic pressure. Third, elevation in boiling point. And fourth, depression in freezing point. These are the 4 colligative property of solution. Relative lowering vapor pressure we have discussed in previous video. So now we will discuss here osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure. So before discussing this osmotic pressure, we will discuss the process of osmosis. So you know, in chemistry, osmosis is the phenomenal property of a solution or solvent when solvent particle flow from dilute solution to concentrated solution. Dilute solution in sense of solute. In biology it is opposite. There is concentrated concentration in terms of solvent. If greater concentration of solvent, then it is known as concentrated solution in terms of concentration. If greater concentration of solute, then it is known as concentrated solution in terms of solute. But generally in chemistry we deal with concentrated solution if a more amount of solute is there, remember. So osmosis is the, we are having a container and this container having a partition, and this partition is by a semi-permeable membrane. Here we are having solvent particles in this side, and in another side we are having solution. Here red dots are of solution. So it is solvent and it is solution, or it is dilute solution, it is concentrated solution. So you know, pressure in solution side is less than pressure in solvent side. So here pressure is less, here pressure is more. So you know, liquid flow always from higher pressure to lower pressure. So solvent particle will flow from this side to this side. Why solvent particle flow? Because the pore structure, the porous structure of the semi-permeable membrane is such that it allows the flow of only solvent particle, because solvent particle are very small. Semi-permeable membrane present are in our body, in our kidney also. In egg के अंदर की एक छोटी सी लेयर होती है, वो सेमी परमेबल मेम्ब्रेन है, तो उसमें से केवल सॉल्वेंट पार्टिकल पास हो सकते हैं. So solvent particle will move through this semi permeable membrane to the solution. Why this movement is taking place? Because of difference in pressure. here less pressure, here more pressure. Okay, so this difference in pressure, this is solution, this is solvent, so this difference in pressure P0 minus Ps, it is this difference in pressure here is known as osmotic pressure. This difference in pressure is known as osmotic pressure, remember. So what is the definition of osmotic pressure? How we can prevent this osmosis? How we can prevent this osmosis? And osmosis, you know, takes place until the pressure in both sides is equal. Remember, osmosis takes place, osmosis will continue until the pressure in solution side, pressure in solvent side becomes equal. So suppose here pressure 2, here pressure 1, so what is the difference of pressure? 1. So this will flow until here it become also 2. So this difference in vapor pressure is this difference in pressure is known as osmotic pressure. So what is the definition of osmotic pressure? The pressure applied on the surface of solution in order to prevent the phenomena, the process of osmosis. The extra pressure applied on the surface of solution. The extra pressure, कितना एक्स्ट्रा प्रेशर है वो? डेल्टा पी. कैसे पता लगेगा? हमने इसके ऊपर अप्लाई किया और ऑस्मोसिस रुक गया, तो जितना हमने एक्स्ट्रा प्रेशर अप्लाई किया है ऑस्मोसिस रोकने के लिए, उस एक्स्ट्रा प्रेशर को हम क्या कहते हैं? ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर. सो ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर is denoted by symbol pi here. So again, what is the definition of osmotic pressure? Osmotic pressure is the difference in pressure between solution and solvent side, and this difference can be measured by applying extra pressure on the surface of solution. So remember, extra pressure on the surface of solution applied in order to prevent osmosis. That extra pressure is known as osmotic pressure. Now, what is Boyle's law? And what is Boyle's law? Pressure is inversely proportional to volume at constant temperature. So here also Boyle's one-half law, pressure is inversely proportional to volume, and pressure, in place of pressure here we will take osmotic pressure. It has been observed that osmotic pressure of solution is inversely proportional to volume at constant temperature, and also pressure is directly proportional to temperature at constant volume. So by compiling both the equation, we know that pi is equal to n r t, n by v RT for n mole of solid, and n is known as n upon v is known as molarity. इसको हम शो करेंगे concentration C. So we can write pi is equal to C RT. This is one-half equation. This is Boyle's one-half. This is Charles one-half law. So pi is equal to n by nRT by V. N by V is known as molarity, that means concentration. So pi is equal to CRT. Some books write, in some books it is this is R. R is written as S. So R, in some book we write R is equal to S. R is, in case of gas, universal gas constant. So here R is universal solvent solution constant, or S universal solution constant. So here this R, either you can write it R, you can write it S universal solution constant. इसकी वैल्यू वही होती है बच्चों जो R की. R की वैल्यू क्या होती है? 0.0821 लीटर एटमॉस्फेयर पर केल्विन पर मोल, सेम वैल्यू होती है. और 8.31 8.31 in different unit, joule per Kelvin per mole. 8.31 joule per Kelvin per mole we can take. So this is the, also look here, this pi, V is taken constant, T also constant, R is constant, so pi depend on N. R is constant, temperature is constant, volume we have taken fixed, so we can increase the value of this N. So pi here you can write this pi is directly proportional to N, the value which depend on number of mole of solute, that is known as colligative property. So hence we can say that in this way osmotic pressure is also a colligative property.